It's almost like there's a different code of conduct, a different expectation of how you're supposed to behave because you're black.
It's kind of weird to act like that we're all one monolithic blob. I think it's the same thing with any race. It's kind of weird to act like all white people are the same, or all Hispanic people are the same, or all Asian people are the same, or
The
elitist
pizza.
Podcast.
yeah, I definitely think it's like that's true. I remember, especially with like black people. I mean, there is no one way, to be black. I mean,
Hmm.
some people have a weird idea of that. I mean, I used to get in when I was younger. I still get it sometimes now, but I've kind of set those people straight to never say that to me again. But I used to get this comment a lot that oh you you don't act black, or you act really white, or something like that. Like and I've always found that weird, because it's like you can't act like a race. That doesn't make any sense.
Hmm.
And people, and it's never, well, not never black people, but most of the time it's not black people who say that to me. It's people of other
Really?
races, and it's just like they have their own stereotype of what black people are supposed to be. I've had a couple black people say it to me, but
When non
um,
when non-black people say it to you, like, is it like, huh, that's interesting, or is it like, what's wrong with you, or how is it presented?
oh, how's it presented to me?
Yeah.
Well, they'll be like, come on, you're um, you don't really act black. They'll say it like that, like almost like it's a good thing, I guess.
Oh yeah,
And
I
I've
could.
kind of set
Yeah.
those people straight. I've told them in a nice, not a nice way, to never say that to me again. I was like, it's kind of messed up that you would say that to me. It's kind of messed up. You think all black people are one monolithic blob.
Yeah.
Don't say that to me. If you do say it to me again, there will be repercussions. I
That's
did not
interesting.
say repercussions, but
Yeah.
for the sake of not sounding like a jerk or anything, I'm gonna say repercussions.
I've gotten similar comments. I've had black people tell me that they like I've heard this two or three times. You're my favorite white person, or you're not like the other white people. I think that they felt that like I wasn't condescending to them like other white people were. Around here, where it's more liberal and stuff. And I found that to be endearing. I found that to be like a compliment. That's how I took it. But I suppose, I mean, because I could
Well,
certainly
it was
imagine a context where saying something like that to a black person would be like without a doubt offensive. Like, hey, I'm happy you don't. You pull your pants up and you put on a belt. Good for you, boy. Like that would be terrible. That'd be a terrible thing to say. I know some. I'm sure some racist white people have said that before. But I wonder. I guess maybe I should take offense to it when people say that to me too. It's like, well, I mean, why do you divide the people you like up into white and non-white
yeah,
by
yeah, that's an
saying I'm
interesting
your
point.
favorite white person?
Yeah, that's an interesting point. And it's usually they usually say that to me when I express my interest in, I guess, sort of nerdier things
Mm-hmm.
like comic books, video games, all that stuff. They usually say that, like, oh, you're not black because you like this stuff, and I think that's just a weird comment to make. I never really liked that when I was younger. It used to make me a lot more upset than it does now. But it's still not a good thing to say, and I try to tell people not to say that to me just because I don't like it, and you probably shouldn't be saying that to anybody anyway. Because you probably will end up hurting somebody's feelings even if you don't think so.
Yeah.
But um, yeah, I've never liked that coming up. I've always been really annoyed, and it's like the same people who have said that to me. I'd be like, we literally talk about the stuff that you're making fun of me for,
Oh.
like you and I. So it's like, what are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're making fun of me for it, but the other day we were debating who would the Justice League beat the Avengers. It's like,
It's
so what are you
almost
talking about?
it's almost like there's a different code of conduct, a different expectation of how you're supposed to behave because you're black. Is
Yeah,
what I'm hearing, which
yeah,
is just racist, like
yeah. It's
classic.
crazy.
Yeah.
I hated getting that when I was young. When I was younger, I don't get it much now. Um, some people I've worked with have said that to me, but I'm like, yeah, I'm just like, stop saying that to me.
Mm-hmm.
That's like not a good thing to say. Um, I mean, you have this caricature of black people like they're all like thugs or something, and just because I'm not a thug or something doesn't mean I'm not black. It's just I act, and there's probably millions of black people who act similarly to me. I'm not gonna say just like me, but similarly to me and like some of the same stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we don't all like the same stuff. It, it's kind of weird to act like that we're all one
Yeah.
monolithic blob. I think it's the same thing with any race. It's kind of weird to act like all white people are the same, or all Hispanic people are the same, or all Asian people are the same. Or
What are you doing? Not being subscribed to the Elitist Pizza Podcast on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube? Do it. Now. Give us money.
If you liked that clip, make sure to check us out on Twitch at Elitist Pizza Podcast, where we stream the entire podcast. See you guys there.